Yes, I like the taste of mead in the morning. Yeah, merchandise available from link up here somewhere, or link in the description, or link on the website or somewhere. There's links. So, yeah, g'day. And put that out of the way before I break the bloody thing. G'day and welcome back to my channel. This is, of course, Harry Houdini Models, although we are wearing a sort of Viking helmet here. Now, a few months ago, well, actually I think it was only last month, I reviewed this, right? And you lot, well, so many of you, couple, 2 or 3, really liked the kit. And they said, this is terrific, Harry. Did you know you can get rowers from it? And I said, yes, I do. I've ordered them. And they said, oh, great. When you get those rowers, can we have a look? Well, for those 2 or 3 people that actually watch my channel and enjoy this sort of thing, here we go, rowers. All right, got them from the same brand, okay? So it's these guys again, Mr. Emhar, right? So we're going to look at these rowers, and you know, some people could think it's one of these unpulled tugs, but no. We'll pull these out of the box and we'll see how they fit on the kit. Now that is going to require probably a little bit of a dry fit. We'll have to get the decks on, see how these rowers fit. So that's exciting, isn't it? Well, I think so. Anyhow, if you're interested in that, hang in there. Roll the music. Before we get started, a big shout out to my Patreons and my YouTube members who really, without their support and those donations that I also get, these videos wouldn't be possible. So look, thanks guys. I don't say it enough, but I really appreciate the fact you're hanging in there with me. And there'll be more videos to come, more and more. And don't forget, you can always hit that super thanks, right? Or if you want to give me an instant payment with no strings, no membership, no nothing, you can go and buy me a curry, all right? Have a look that one up, yeah. All right, now on with the thing that you came here for. Viking rowers. So these rowers are bespoke for this kit. So let's see how these guys look, and then we'll see if we can get them on the Viking longboat and see how they fit. So these guys came from Western Australia. Yeah, I'm over in the eastern side of Australia. So if you are an American and you need a reference, all the way from New York to Los Angeles. That's the distance they had to come. Right across the continent. Yep, thousands and thousands of miles. Yes, through all the dangers of dingo poo and drop bears and hoop snakes and all the things that get in the way. Yep, look those up. Now, it was only, well, in my money, it's $13.50, right? That's Australian shit pesos, which are worth bugger all in the market note. So that's probably, I don't know, $8 American these days. I don't know, not much. It's less than £1, much less than £1. So it's not many dollars at all, you know. Okay, unless you're in Germany, because I think the Deutschmark's gone through the roof. So it's about 100 Deutschmarks. Yeah, I don't know. Check it. It'd be interesting to let me know in the comments if you like, how much is $13.50 Australian in your money, or we'll call it $8 US, and then we'll find out what they're worth. So they're in this cellophane wrapper, which I'm very elegantly here removing. Oh, it's riveting video, Harry. It's riveting video, I know. Come here, I do not spare the quality and the effects. It's just, you know, just for you. Here we go. All right, it's off. Oh, how's that? Was it good for you? Yeah? You just smoke? I can't say that anymore, can you? No. All right, so the box is, that's one of these little side opening little affairs. It's a side job, and you know, we all enjoy a good little side job now and then, don't we? Yeah, we do. Okay, so that's it. Now, what do you get on the box? Well, there's this very, well, they're not too bad, I suppose. You know, you've got these very angry Vikings here. It's sort of like, sick of this rowing. When are we going to pull in so I can do some raping and pillaging? Although, technically, they, according to this boat, which, you know, they've since told me, that because it's Gokstad, right? Gokstad, it was probably more a trading vessel and was less likely to be a warring party. So, yeah. So I don't know what the grimacing about. Oh, I had too much meat last night. I'm constipated. Something like that. These are certainly a lot of grimacing going on here by these Vikings. So we'll see. Painting suggestions. So, yeah, they sort of do look like they're constipated. Oh, I wish they'd put the hole in a box so I can do it in shite. Not very good Norse accent, so there you go. I mean, my entire experience of Vikings is from watching Ragnar Rongbrook and the old Tony Curtis movie, The Vikings, with, who else was in it? Somebody else. So, Douglas, somebody Douglas. You know, all those old movies. So, okay. Yeah, great stuff, Harry. Great review. Absolutely knowledgeable as usual. Right, you get 2 sprues. We can talk about that. So, 2 sprues, and they kind of look identical. Yeah, they are. So we'll separate one of those. And one of the things was asked in the last video, people said, with that flat deck, there doesn't seem to be anywhere, there's no benches for the oarsmen to sit on. Well, this is why. See these things here? They sort of call them sea chests. And essentially, I think they go up that way because they've got little feet. These are hidden below decks because, as you'll see when we do the dry fit, or if you've watched the other video, go and watch the other video where I review the ship. The sea chests sit underneath the deck in removable panels. And then they come up and basically your Viking here sits on them. So that's what he does. So he sits on them. So I don't know how good we're going to get a view of those grimacing faces. But honestly, they do look a little constipated. Yeah. Probably need a little more fibre in your diet, guys. Yeah, a little more fibre. That's what you need. Apparently they're sort of different, but honestly, at this resolution and with my wombat eyes, I can't tell. So, oh yeah, this guy's got a sort of a crosshatch chainmail-y thing, or it's possibly made out of leather, which is his, And these guys down here, well, they don't. This is these are the minstrels. Yeah, this is the minstrel party here. So this guy's singing. He's going, "Oh, it's great to be a Viking." Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I really don't know. I'm not a figure person, but I kind of figured you needed figures for this thing because it's, as I said in the last video, you're all exposed. Your ship, you're sitting on the deck. It'd be kind of nice to have somebody on the oars. So that's essentially what I got it for. So you got this high here, and he's sort of going, well, he's basically like the usher. Bridal party, husband of the bride, of the groom, this side. So that's what they do, they basically make sure the rowers are all positioned correctly on the boat. You should have done some more research, Harry. Yeah, look, the tunics do look a little bit different. So there is that. But at this scale, honestly, can you see anything? I can't. I'll take some photos and we'll try and sneak those in here. Maybe some high-res photos and we can have a good look. But look, they look like Vikings. They're very little. Now, the thing is, they're supposed to be bendable. Like all your arms and everything are attached, right? Unlike some figure sets you get, and your arms are separate pieces so that you glue them on how you want and you can position them. But with these guys, everything's together, but they claim you can bend them. So let's cut one off of these poor little constipated buggers, and let's see how that goes. Now, as you can see, there were these big tubes on them. They're a bit annoying, so they'll need to be properly trimmed off. And that's going to require a bit of a delicate sort of handset, a bit more than my fumbling fingers can do while shooting a video. So we'll do that. Interestingly, none of these guys have got their helmets on. I imagine they probably didn't wear the helmets unless they're actually going into battle. And anyhow, we believe these guys were probably sea freighters. Constipated sea traders, yeah. Maybe they got a little more roughage once they got to shore and somebody made them a stew. Yeah. Okay, well, apparently we should be able to bend. Oh, they're stiff. But yes, when you bend them, they're not rubbery like dragon styrene figures or whatever Dragon styrene, is like, where it's just all wobbly. This is plastic, it's nice and hard, but when you bend, try not to snap him. So there you go, I've bent his little arms, and so you can get a position, so I can go, one high and one low. I don't know how many bends you get until basically it breaks, but they do bend and they do go into position. Now he's got little claws on here. It looks like a Silurian out of Doctor Who. They almost look like Vikings. Remember those guys? They sort of had Viking helmets. And they talked. They all sort of had a lisp. Sss. I suppose they're supposed to talk like snakes, weren't they? Sss. Yes, Doctor. Sss. Yep. If you're not a Doctor Who fan, you won't have a clue what I'm talking about. So they're firm plastic, which is good. And so cleanup's going to be fairly good. It's not that horrible rubbery stuff from Dragon. So okay, we've got little Olgar here, Thor, and let's see what happens when we put an oar in his hand. Now I've put together the hull halves and I can't get them apart now. I was going to try to show you how they went together. Now the plastic is very soft, it's very soap-like, so you have to be careful. It is firm when it all goes together, so it isn't bendy, but when you're cutting it, you can cut in very quickly if you're not careful. So very careful with your sanding and trimming, because the plastic in this is a lot softer than the plastic in the figures. Now the fit is fairly good. I mean, that is just not coming apart. That is dry fit, and that's maybe how it's going to have to go back in the box. It needs a bit more of a push to actually get it to mate up perfectly, but yeah, I think with a bit of glue to soften the pins, that will basically go down there with no seam line at all. So that's quite good. So good on you, Emma. The prow and the stern parts got a little bit of warpage in them, but yeah. Anyhow, that's nice. It wobbles around too much, so I quickly made up the stand so that I could do something with it. The deck pieces, they fit in beautifully. They're just in the go and click. Easy as that. You wouldn't need to glue them in. So, when you go to the next one, you just got to make sure that one's over the top. There we go. That one goes in there. Look at that. It's just like Lego. Just like Lego. And got to go underneath. Oh, everything clicks in beautifully. I must say the engineering is excellent. Things click into place very, very nicely. A bit of fiddling and fumbling, but see, the deck sits in. It's not even going to fall out. So if you wanted to have your model so that you could open things up and have a look at all that, that would be great. The figures, they cleaned up fairly well once I was off camera and I could actually use my eyes, although I haven't got that bit there. But they should clean up well. The posable things are interesting. I found the best way to do it was with a pair of tweezers, because then you could bend it, or broken his seat off. We'll put that back on in a second. I've only tacked the seats on because it's the only way to stop everything from wobbling while I'm trying to set them. So here's one I made before. So I just tack the seats on because once they're in there, if you've got too many moving parts and you're trying to work out your angles, your oars, it's quite difficult. Now, you're going to need one arm in very close. In fact, this one's probably not bent correctly at the elbow, so I might need to correct him. He he looks a bit mangled, so something like that. And then they fit nicely into the arms. But you can't put them in the boat like that because the oars go into these holes. So you've got to basically put an oar in a hole. Now, the trick here I found is that rather than trying to work them out really close to the side there, it's really hard. You're better off getting your oar in and working out what sort of angle that you want with the oar. And then everything being equal, the angle of the hands is going to be the same here as down there. So with him sort of in the air, it's a lot easier to work out, oh yeah, is that going to fit? Is that going to work? Yeah, it is. And then you can slide him in to position. So again, and I'll do one back because two together very close is tricky. I mean, it'll be a lot easier once you glue these guys in place. But all the fits and tolerances in this thing are so tight. But that is kind of good. So with this guy, I think I'd already worked out his angles. Yep. And I bent his hands until I got that angle that I wanted. And then it's just a matter of making sure he hooks up and sliding him down. So yeah, you do all your working out well away. Oh, he's a bit tired. He had to go into the into under the deck. Oh, there you go, mate. Just there. They are fiddly. I mean, I won't. There we go. They certainly are fiddly. But once you do get your hands in the right positions and your angles right with your oars, then they're going to look terrific. So that's just a bit of mucking around. The beauty is, once you've got them right, I'd suggest you cement the oars on your little rower's hands, which I suppose negates the whole part of having the deck spin able to remove, because then you're kind of stuck. Everything's glued up. But yeah, there's unless you use some like that contact stuff that I use, which just collects stuff together, and then you can always pull them apart. It's like a little contact adhesive for modelling, and it's clear, and it allows you to tack parts together, but then pull them apart and then reattach them later. But anyhow, they do the part. They look very nice. They should paint up well. So you do get 16 on each of these sprues. That means that's the whole side with your 16 oars. So you get full 32. And you've got all these other little fellas to play with as well, the minstrels down here. Oh, these guys are a bit different to that other sprue. Yeah, there you go. Those guys are carrying boxes. I don't think they're carrying boxes on the other side, are they? No, they were singing on the other side. These ones are carrying boxes. This is one of those guys that says, there, we want to go there. Quick, quick, go there. I think there's roughage there. We can all get rid of this constipation. I mean, it's filling up in my pants. Oh dear, oh my. Yeah, well, this is the kind of review that I do. It's not serious. Never is. Okay, well, that is the Emhar Viking rowers, or the oarsmen, right? And they're fit for purpose. They do the job. There they are. They're going to be a little bit fiddly. They're going to be a bit tricky to paint. It's only 1/72 scale. But they do bend. The arms bend a position, and with a bit of faffing around you can do it. Just as I say, do your rowers well out. Like, don't glue your oars in straight away. Push your oar up so that you can position your rower and you've got room up here to play, and then probably glue his arms on, slide the thing down until he's sitting on his little tea chest there, and he's happily rowing away. So there you go. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like. I hope you liked the jokes. Maybe you didn't, but anyhow, they're dad jokes. That's all I can do. And comment. Just be respectful. Tell me a joke. Tell me something about Vikings that I don't know. Plenty of scope there. Plenty of scope there. All right, as I said before, there's super thanks. There's subscription to my channel. There's YouTube, Patreon, and you can buy me a curry these days. Oh, look, there's so many ways that you can basically praise me and shower me with shekels. Yeah, I do like that. I like a good shekel shower. All right, that's enough for now. It's goodbye from Australia, and it's hooroo from Harry Houdini.